All right, we're going to go ahead and jump in here. Yeah, welcome to our webinar today. We're going to be talking through the CircuiTree Bunk1 integration and the partnerships that we've formed. Go ahead and introduce us who are on the call. I'm Andy, one of the business analysts here at CircuiTree. Also, Taylor and Jason are a couple other business analysts. And then we have Rob Burns, the president at Bunk1. He's going to be joining us as well and showing us some of the Bunk1 features. We have you covered coast to coast. So we have, I'm here in Washington, Taylor's in Florida, Jason's in Missouri, and Rob, I believe, is in Tennessee at the moment. So we have you covered all over. So, but yeah. Our agenda for today, we just went through introductions. We're going to talk a little bit about the integration with CircuiTree, kind of how that works and kind of what that looks like. We'll get into more specifics on configuration, things like that, probably at a later point, but just kind of show you what it looks like for your parents to go into Bunk1 from CircuiTree. And then we'll go over some demo. Rob's going to take us through some features in Bunk1 and kind of what features they provide. We'll have some time for questions and answers, and then we also have a poll just with some questions for you guys to be able to answer those. So, in terms of questions, you'll see down at the bottom of the webinar, there's a spot that says Q&A. Go ahead and click on that, and you can ask a question. If you have those throughout the webinar, we have some time at the end to be able to get through those. If we don't get to them, we'll follow up with you as well. So yeah, so that is what we have there. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to our account dashboard and just kind of talk a little bit about kind of what the Bunk1 and CircuiTree partnership looks like. We're really excited about this. Is Bunk1 is the leader in parent engagement, being able to give your parents or you tools to be able to communicate with your parents directly. And really with the partnership, it's able to go kind of deeper than just a simple integration type of thing. We're able to really sync the data back and forth and be able to just make that a smooth and seamless experience. So, really, from the CircuiTree side, what we've been able to do is add an option here on the account dashboard. So before, this would be for sending one-way emails or viewing photos. Once the integration is turned on, you'll be able to come in here and click on this link, and we're going to go. It's going to take us directly into Bunk1. So no need to sign on, no need to have two different passwords, different things like that. I'm able to come in here and then access the different things. So so really that's kind of the seamlessness of that is really we're just adding that link there and be able to provide access to their account in Bunk1 to be able to grab that. So yeah, and then two, you'll be able to go under itineraries and jump in from there and be able to go there. So wherever you see that, currently where you ever see those send notes and view photos, you'll be able to jump into Bunk1. So yeah, so that's the kind of the CircuiTree side. I'm going to throw it over to Rob and kind of he's going to share his screen and walk through some of the features of a Bunk1 and kind of what different things you can do. So Rob, take it away.
Great. Thank you very much, Andy. Appreciate you all joining us. We're very excited about working with CircuiTree, and it's a little weird doing this kind of one way without having the interaction. So bear with me. There's definitely an opportunity afterwards if you want to set up a private demo. We can certainly do that. So I'm happy to talk to each of you individually and address some, more specifically what your needs and desires are. So I'm going to share my screen and walk you through part of the platform which is customizable for you guys. And let me see if I can just connect my phone here. We have a mobile app for both parents and camp staff, but I'm going to start actually with showing you the desktop version. So hopefully you can all see my screen. Andy, can you just confirm that you're able to see it?
Yep, it's pulled up. You're looking great.
Awesome. So this is the dashboard at Bunk1, and the options at the top here are all customizable based on the services you guys are utilizing. So in fact, because you're utilizing CircuiTree for online registration and forms and that kind of thing, we would either remove these links or link them directly back to their CircuiTree portal. We'll customize this banner image so that it looks like your camp, or is a seamless transition from the CircuiTree platform to the Bunk1. But then you'll have this dashboard where everything on the dashboard is unique to each user. So the parents will see how many new photos you've uploaded since they last logged in. Bunk replies would talk about what that is, and newsletters. They also have their camper profile pictures here, which links to our facial recognition software. And I'll show you how our facial recognition software works through this demo, hopefully on the mobile app, because it's pretty neat on there. You can also include like a photo of the day down the bottom here, and your Twitter can be integrated. You can put a welcome message or change a message each time on the dashboard. Or we can have them go directly to the gallery when they log into Bunk1. So this is kind of the master album where all your photos will live. You can have, this is a demo account, so we've got kind of all kinds of albums set up here, but you can have as many albums as you like, subfolders, and you'll see here if you want to lock specific folders for each week, you can do that too. And then there'll be a passcode for parents to unlock that album. Once they've unlocked it once, it remains unlocked for the summer. But if I just click in just a random album here, you'll see that each photo is displayed as a thumbnail. As they continue to scroll down the page, more photos will load. So it's just an infinite scroll like Facebook. Each parent has their own favorites folder. They can add them to their favorites, add them to their cart, or share them on social media. If they're sharing photos, social sharing is optional for you guys, but it's a huge marketing opportunity. When they share photos to social media, it will say, one of my favorite photos from, it will integrate your camp name, also integrate your custom hashtag, and watermark the photo with your custom logo. So from a branding perspective, you have the opportunity to reach your extended network by using the social sharing. In addition to that, parents can view like a slideshow view of the photos with the thumbnails down the bottom. They can tag them if they're not using the facial recognition feature. But you'll see on the My Campers section here, My Campers is where all those facial recognition photos live. I'll just click on that right now. And here are all the photos. This is how it works on the desktop. So here are all the photos that have been recognized of my child. The parent is essentially just confirming or denying if it's their child that's in the photo. And as they do so, it enhances the software and makes it more reliable for them. They can also buy photo products. We have various customized gifts they can do, from mugs to photo books, calendars, phone cases, and you guys actually get a revenue share on anything sold on the Bunk1 platform. So there is no cost for any CircuiTree client to use Bunk1. You'll never pay Bunk1 a penny. Every fee related to Bunk1 services is waived to the camp. Parents can access this free of charge. They can share low-res files free of charge as well. But if they do buy photo products, you guys get that revenue share. We have a newsletter feature, which is kind of like a blog platform. If I scroll down a little further, you'll see you'll have like your thumbnail image for each blog, and then a paragraph or a snippet for that blog. They can click to read the full post. You can categorize your blog posts, and the 5 most recent show at the top. With bunk notes, they have the ability, I'm sure if you're an overnight camp, if you're day camp, excuse me for just 5 minutes while I explain this, maybe less. If you're an overnight camp, you probably do something similar. So they have the ability to essentially send messages to their campers that are delivered with the regular mail. You guys, from the camp's perspective, get one PDF document pre-sorted by cabin or camper last name ready to distribute with a regular mail. You'll see they can add like Bunk1 photos from their favorites or their computer device. They can add borders and puzzles and things. And it just builds a preview for them on the right. They type their message in and click send. With Bunk Replies, one thing you may not have used now, or perhaps you have, Bunk Replies is the ability for the child to respond back. I guess I haven't got any right here, but I've got one pulled up here. So the kids are never on the computer. What happens is we have this uniquely barcoded stationery. Every piece is unique to that camper's parents' account. We have Mad Lib concepts and also blank stationery where for the older kids, they just want to freehand and write whatever they like. Essentially, they're handwriting their response, hand it back into camp staff. You guys send it back either via fax or scan an email to Bunk1. We automatically read the barcode and send it to the parent. With the mobile app, anytime you do any of these things, upload a newsletter, upload photos, send back replies, parents get a push notification on their phone letting them know that your camp has just done so. In addition to that, you can write custom push notifications about whatever you like. So you can send a notification like, you know, the buses have just arrived, we're ready to get camp started, or it's a rainy day, we've changed the activities today. Whatever you want to do, you can send those notifications through. So now I would like to show you the mobile app, if this allows me to. So let me just change the screen sharing here and switch it to mobile. This is a big tech test for a tech company, and it worked. That was lucky. So this is my phone, all my apps, and if I scroll through, I've got two Bunk1 apps down the bottom. I don't know if you see them in the bottom right corner. The white one is the parent app. The blue one is the camp admin app. So I'm going to start with the parent app here. You'll see, just like I was showing on the desktop version, they have that ability to send bunk notes from the mobile app. Photos here, they can scroll through. This is the same parent account that we were just logged into on the desktop version. So you can see, you can scroll through here, share, do whatever you need to. You can also see at the top, we have these 3 profile pictures, and these photos of my children. They're not actually my children, they're my friends' children, but we will click on one of these here, and this is Jaden. The app is letting us know that Jaden's been recognized in 25 photos that have been uploaded by camp, and when we open that, you'll see this middle child here is Jaden. We are just confirming or denying if Jaden is in this photo. I'll click yes. It's approved. It goes on to the next one. There's Jaden again in the middle. Click yes. And we just continue through approving these photos, you know, until we get to, you see now there's only 23, because once you've done that, they're recognized as tagged photos of Jaden. Newsletters, same kind of thing here. You've got that blog type platform on the app as well. Excuse me, my internet's not so quick here, but that's the newsletter. And then the activity feed is giving you back organic social media marketing. So we are pulling in your Facebook posts. So if you post to Facebook, I'm sure you realize nowadays Facebook make it very hard for businesses to appear on the newsfeed because they want you to pay to play. So what we're doing is actually pulling in your Facebook posts so that you have more exposure to your parents will actually see what you're posting without you having to boost pay. It's custom content to different groups. So let's say you want to upload, 200 photos a day for everybody to see, but you want to upload a specific photo for every couple of days, or a specific group of photos for one particular cabin group, and the parents that connected to that cabin group. You can just upload a new activity feed post, and it will only appear for those parents. So I think in a nutshell, that's what Bunk1 offers. Very one-sided conversation, which is I want to kind of end and see if we can get some interaction going, but also happy to set up private demos so that it's tailored to you specifically and address your concerns. You can either email your account manager at CircuiTree if that works, or my email's rob, R-O-B, at bunk1.com. So you can always email me too. But Andy, how about we just, I guess, open it up to the group and see if any questions have come up.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, if you do have any questions, at this point, it doesn't look like we have any on there, but if you do have questions, you can go ahead and post those at the bottom. I'm also going to go ahead and launch the poll. These are just just kind of what you're excited about from things you've seen today or have seen on from the website, just on different features and different things like that. So yeah, if you have a couple minutes to go through on the poll, answer those questions, and then yeah, we'll go ahead and answer any questions as well. So one question came in: will Bunk1 automatically be turned on? And so basically this, what it'll be in terms of how it works for CircuiTree customers is it's an app setting that you can turn, or basically an integration that you can turn on to be able to access Bunk1. So once that launches, then you'll be able to access those services. So what customers see, the next question is what customers see customizable by event and or event division type. So Rob, that would be more, for, maybe there's specifics within an event. Would that, the activity feed and different things like that be custom to them?
Okay, yeah. So a couple of, I see the questions coming in here. So questions that I can perhaps answer. So customizable by event, I guess I would want to explore that with you individually and also probably CircuiTree to see how CircuiTree is going to feed over to Bunk1. We certainly can, separate different events. So it might make sense to do that. I think we should probably just explore that on an individual basis. Revenue share for photo purchases. Our standard revenue share is 20% of anything purchased on the Bunk1 platform. So it doesn't cost you anything, and you get a check every November. We send commissions in November each year. Do parents have to pay to send emails, or is it free? So one thing that we try to avoid is referring to this as an email platform. Believe it or not, just using that word kind of makes parents resistant to the fact that they're having to pay because nobody pays for emails. The idea is this isn't an email platform. We're not selling emails. We're selling a package. So they have credits, which they are paying for, to send bunk notes, receive replies. They have the photo gallery with facial recognition. They have mobile app. All of those things are all encompassed in the package. And we promote it as an alternative to snail mail, where it's delivered within 24 hours of them sending a message. So if they wanted to do that via snail mail, as you know, they'd have to FedEx. It'd cost $20. But having said all of that, we are happy to work with you. If you've been offering like free, emails or whatever you call them for a long time through CircuiTree or any other platform for that matter, we're happy to work with you on an individual basis because we understand that it could be like a big factor, and we don't want that to prevent us moving forward. So we might be able to come to some middle ground where parents have the ability to send free basic text notes, and then they would upgrade if they wanted additional features that we could talk about on, again, an individual basis. And then the packages are actually, I see Melissa's asking about the packages. So the packages are based on session length, which I think most of you guys have 1 week sessions, but I could be wrong, I don't know. So typically what we do is set up like 3 or 4 packages. It also depends on what services you utilize. So if you use, let's just assume you're just using bunk notes and photos, for example, we might set like 3 packages. One is like $5, one's $7, and one's $10, something like that, just to give you an idea. Now, there's more that goes into it than what I've just described, but the $5 package would be essentially a trial package where they have the ability to send 5 notes or something similar to that. 7 might be for 10 notes or something, and then or 10 credits, I should say. And then the $10 package would be unlimited, send as many as you like. The managed guests in CircuiTree. So, Andy, do you want to just describe to me how managed guests work? I think I know.
Yeah, so
totally sure.
Yeah. So the managed guests basically, with our current, email system, or be able to access one-way emails or photo galleries, they're able to add guests to their account. So with using Bunk1, that process would move over to Bunk1, where you would add guests and things like that. From there,
we have a similar feature where it's invite family members, but I think we would just copy over whatever guests they've managed on the CircuiTree side. So it would be they would essentially make it work from CircuiTree side, and it would automatically be fed through to Bunk1. And then in terms of Melissa's last question at the bottom here, if they're not using notes, do they need to pay? And the answer is no. They can they download the app for free. Activity feed is free. Facial recognition right now, for this year at least, there is no cost. So what we're doing, again, is bundling this into packages. So it's not that they're paying for notes, they're paying for, the concept of using all these things. Zenfolio right now, does this replace that? Yes, it would most likely replace Zenfolio. I don't know a whole lot about Zenfolio, but a couple of things I would say, Phyllis, on that. And you can obviously make up your own mind. You know a lot more than I do. So one is the ability to have all of this in one place is hugely beneficial for parents. The fact that they're clicking on the same app to access photos, send notes, read news, scroll through social media, that's a huge advantage for you guys and for the parents. It makes it much more seamless than having Zenfolio for photos and something else for bunk notes or your equivalent to bunk notes. The second is you don't pay us anything. So I'm pretty sure Zenfolio costs are minimal, but I guess factor that in. It's not going to cost you anything, and I think you pay for Zenfolio. Third thing, I don't think Zenfolio has facial recognition. Again, I could be wrong, but we don't particularly compete with Zenfolio, so I don't know too many specifics. Who uploads the initial photo for facial recognition? Great question. That is the parents, or if they're from CircuiTree, we're taking the photo, right, Andy? They already have that. You have that in the database, right?
Yeah. So if during check-in, if you're taking a profile photo, that would move over to Bunk1 as well. So that's part of the kind of the integration where we're able to move that data in, and so that would act as the profile photo in Bunk1 as well.
And parents have the ability to edit it on Bunk1 side if necessary, but that makes it even easier for parents. But when they download the app, they're going to be prompted, if they haven't already got a profile photo, they're going to be prompted to upload a profile photo. So the app is encouraging them to do so. They can always dismiss it. Some parents might not want to use the feature, but as long as they want to use it, we'll encourage them.
Another question, Rob, that came in, any branding options for the Bunk1 site?
Branding? Yeah. So, first of all, I guess You see the app. Like, my screen is still showing the app, right? Not the desktop version. But
Yeah.
on the app right now, we have there's very little branding on there, right? Because an app isn't really branded that much anyway. You'll see it's like the blue banner, and then there's this background image. But we're actually exploring the option of offering custom, all custom. So in addition to what you're seeing right now, you'll have your, I'll just go back, this icon, rather than saying B1, and rather than them searching in the App Store for Bunk1, they're going to be able to search for your camp name in the App Store, download your camp app, and then have all these features that are in Bunk1, plus a few custom features that you might want. So if you're interested in this option, please email me and let me know, because it's something that's high on our priority list, but we'd love to explore and see what it is you want to offer, and how you'd want to customize it. So that's for the mobile app side. I haven't even shown you the admin app, so I'll show you that in a second too. But so the advantage of using Bunk1, I guess, this year is any existing clients would get priority and discounts on any customized apps in the future. So if that customized app option is appealing to you, you could be looking at having your own app by summer 2019 if you're an existing Bunk1 client. I'd show you briefly the admin app. It's in beta right now, the admin app, so there's not too much to show you. You'll see all these kind of test albums here. We're launching this app next month, so it's very close to being ready. And you're not going to be able to see everything here, but essentially you could create an album right from the Camp admin app here. Let's just call this CircuiTree, and upload photos right from the app. So that's pretty cool. The idea really is not to solely use the app. I would think your photographers would still upload to the desktop version. I'm thinking more like, camp directors, senior staff that are going around camp with their own phones, taking photos now and again, upload to the app and actually post directly to the activity feed. So what you're not seeing on this app right now is you're going to have the ability to post photos to the activity feed to specific groups of people and create that enhanced, customized parent engagement. So that's the goal really for the admin app. You'll also be able to send push notifications from the app. So again, you could do that to the whole camp, a specific event, or like even a specific cabin, or even a specific parent. And it's also going to tie in SMS, so it will text the parent too. So a lot of cool things happening, and I hope you see some value there. If you've got other ideas, we'd love to explore them with you too. We are certainly open to them. Our pipeline's pretty full for summer 2018, but beyond that into summer 2019, if there's things that excite you, we can definitely explore them together.
Cool. We'll wrap up with these last two questions. There's a couple other ones we haven't got to, but we'll follow up with you on those. But one was just how are photos uploaded to Bunk1? I know we talked a little bit here on the admin app. What would be kind of a photographer's way that they would upload those?
Good question. I'm going to share my desktop with you now. Let me see if I can switch that, and I'll show you. So is this poll in your way here? Should I move that? Move that down.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Okay, so simple as this. I'm in the gallery right now. Maybe I'll go back to the start because I think this is an important question. So you'll see here, you'll actually start off with a totally blank slate. There'll be nothing listed here. First step, create a new album, give it a name. We're going to call this one CircuiTree again. Create that folder. And then you'll see you've got these other options. So this new allows you to create a subfolder. So in most cases that for your camps, I would think it would be like the master album would be week 1, the subfolder would be day 1 or Sunday, Monday, etc. But if I want to upload directly to this, I have the ability to drag and drop or add files here. So either way, you know, if you add files, it's just browsing for photos on your computer here. That should go for photos here. I was using earlier for facial recognition tests. So you'll see all of them are listed. The thumbnails are displayed. If you've got poor internet, you can reduce the image size, and then you just click upload. Straightforward test. Yeah, go ahead.
And that works for video as well, Rob?
Yes, great question. I wish I mentioned this earlier, so thanks for bringing that up. But videos are all in the same place. So you can upload photos and videos simultaneously, and they'll all be processed in there. Facial recognition works on video too. The video just obviously takes longer to upload. So just keep in mind that, you know, if you're uploading a huge video, it might take some time. But great question.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you, Rob, for walking us through that. That was awesome to see the features of Bunk1. Yeah, again, we're really excited about this. I feel like hoping to provide these tools for you to provide to your parents, be able to keep them engaged. There may be things that you're doing now, but kind of brings those all together under one platform and be able to use the app. I think sending the push notifications would be huge. Just those type of things, and those facial recognition, all the different things we went over today. So thank you again, Rob. We're going to have another webinar on Thursday, same format as this. So if you came to this one, you probably don't need to, unless you want to come for the encore. But yeah, and we'll also be posting this online as well. So if there's other people in your organization that want to take a look, they can as well. So thank you again for joining us. Thanks for answering the poll. If you do have specific questions for Rob, just rob@bunk1.com, and you can shoot him that way, and we'll go from there. So thanks again for your time, and we'll see you all soon.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.